4 middle school teachers and 127th grade students venture into the land of WebQuest. Hear how their journey began.
Learn about WebQuest and what went into a WebQuest. And after they had actually done one and learned all the different parts and mechanisms of it, they were given a topic on self-image disorders or eating disorders. They were asked to research that, and using that research, create a WebQuest in which they could teach their peers about that topic. By the end, they were actually to understand how to utilize the software, the Dreamweaver software. What is a WebQuest and how is it used to teach about a particular topic, as well as become the expert in their field of whether it was anorexia or bulimia. You are the teacher. What are you going to share with your students and make the learning fun and enjoyable in the process?
The ability to create the web page is key for the student to learn the basic processes all the way up from creating the basic format and where they're going to put things, and all the way up to generating the whole flow of the WebQuest, the introduction, all that. And they have to understand that whole process from start to finish, which doesn't necessarily have to relate to a web page, but the process of doing things. The real life skills, because when they go out into a business, when they go out into a world or whatever job it may be, they're going to have to do a process. They're going to, whether it be computer based, whether it be outline based, they're going to have to look at a system and say, this is our end outcome, how do we get there? And you've got to start from scratch and go through those steps. A web page is perfect because of the amount of detail and the steps that it has to go through. Links and external and internal and all those images and where's it saved and how does it revert to it and things like that. It relates real well with the process of the real life application in a business or any type of job environment.
While Mrs. O'Neill and Mr. Colohan created a learning experience where students mastered the basic skills of WebQuest, they also challenged students to create their own WebQuest to teach their peers about a specific topic in the health and PE curriculum. Now Mrs. Smith and Mr. Hirano challenged these same students to build on their WebQuest skills and knowledge by creating a mystery WebQuest that would show their understanding and ability to use Dreamweaver and Fireworks.
Creating a mystery WebQuest. It's an interactive 4-page project that takes them through the mystery genre.
The program Dreamweaver and Fireworks, and I support her, what she's doing, her curriculum. So what we're doing is we're using technology to kind of enhance her mystery units, okay? And we're creating interactive websites rather than just normally doing just PowerPoint or Word or something else. We wanted them to actually design the whole thing from start to finish, both technology and from the mystery part, and make it interactive or kind of like a simulation. So that's where the question and answer portion comes in, and the moving to think who's guilty or who's not guilty.
As with any learning experience that includes the use of technology, there are some strengths and challenges for using WebQuest. Hear what Mrs. O'Neill and Mr. Colohan think is the best part of using WebQuest, and what Mrs. Smith and Mr. Hirano think is the biggest challenge.
That they knew that this lesson was a building lesson for other lessons within the school that would utilize the software. This was their first introduction to it. Okay. And from here they would learn, in another class they would learn of fireworks. In another class they would learn flash and all kinds of different things. So it's the first step in a building process.
That they could only work on it from here because we only have the software here, so they can't go home and work on it. They have to do. They can do all the planning portion, all the mystery, the laying out that portion, but the technology end, they can only use it because we only have a certain number of licenses, and they're restricted to certain computers, so kids can only work on it in the computer lab.
And so it is a partnered project. They work on it with a partner or in a group of 3. So if someone's absent because they don't have the technology at home, then it puts their group at a disadvantage. I think that's been the biggest issue that we've seen over the years in doing